because of what has been taking place in the theater of thought, that there's been misinformation, and it's kind of hard to get caught up on that information. But Dr. Wayne Dyer said something that was very prolific, and I tried to share it with you guys in the session last Saturday. Posted, but here I want to put it in your ear gates again. From Dr. Wayne Dyer, it says the ultimate ignorance is the rejection of something you know nothing about, yet refuse to investigate. Here's one thing that the host with the most doesn't get into. I don't get into debating. Be debated. Facts just simply need to be told or displayed. So this for the back and forward conversation, because if you lower your voice, you can strengthen your conversation, or you can strengthen your argument, or whatever you're trying to put forth. You could load it, insert it, imparted, imprinted, impressed upon your thought processes. So what we want to do is we want to defrag and insert other information to remove certain information that is not good for us. Okay, it's misleading. It's misleading information. And we've dealt with some terms before. Those of you that have been in the session and you've been here consistently, you've heard some of these terms before. Scientific colonialism by Dr. Wade Nobles. Jewish sophistry that we've talked about. If you don't know what those mean, you get an opportunity to look them up, and I'm pretty sure Master Teacher will probably put them out there for you. But it's all about misleading information, how we are getting information that is misleading us. So if you're going to get to the truth, and there's an uptick in the number of groups now that are having the word truth in their appetite. There's an uptick in the conversation in the theater about truth. Your opinion is just your opinion, right? And we all have them. But you can't argue against fact. You cannot have an opinion against fact. Fact is what it is. Fact is going to reveal itself that it is a matter of what? A matter of fact. Okay? So now what we have to get to, excuse me, it's fire up in here. What we have to get to is, why we've been misinformed. What is all of this misinformation about? Where it's trying to lead us to, and what is it trying to get us to ultimately who you really are? Once you get a drawing, a comprehensive understanding to understand, so that you can overstand and ultimately surround stand, that is a beautiful thing. Because you become more of who you are, and that's becoming more of who? God. You've come here in this realm right here, in the creative realm, to manifest. But if you misinformation, it is impossible to manifest that which you're supposed to manifest, right? It's really an uptick in what we refer to as what? When you're doing your what? Affirmations. Affirmations, when you're doing them, you're recalling into space and place and time those things, come on here, that are created within your mind. And you want them to what? Manifest, right? Okay. I see Abdul Rahim. Welcome in. Okay, so with that, what has been targeted is our enneagramming. Now, I know you may not know what that is. I'm going to put the definition out here for you. It's called enneagramming. Okay. Let me see if I can put it up and put it out here for you. Okay. See if they let me post today. Okay, there we go. Now let's build on this. Work with me, walk with me, and talk with me. All right. Give me a few minutes to kind of take this up for you, okay? I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Now, enneagram definition. Listen. Exhibit, communicates, be drawn upon, written, imprinted, impressed upon, manifesting what has been assimilated. Your enneagramming. Your enneagramming is a very important place because it's the innermost parts of you. It is where you get your programming. It is where you're programmed. It is the innermost parts of your mind. There are several names that we can use for it. We can use the pay mind, which is a Hebrew term meaning the innermost mind. And then you have the Greek name for it, cardia, with a K, meaning the innermost parts of the mind. So the innermost parts is where you are programmed, or programs are inserted. Okay. So now, again, what did I share with you all about something? Let me get this board. Here, excuse me. Everybody okay? Y'all okay, fam? All right, we got Ghana in the house. Abdul Rahim is from Ghana. That's all right. Remember to let us know where you're hailing from. Is that all right? Okay, now, remember we talked about something that 95% of what we think are what? No. They're what? They're programs. Okay, family, listen to me. This is very important for you to understand. 95% of what you do, it comes from your sub what? From your subconscious. 95%. Stick with me, because we're talking about your inner. 5% that comes from your what? Say it. Yo. Say it again. From your conscious. Okay? family, 5% of the time, you are conscious. 95% of the time, you're what? You're a sub, what? So 95% of your programming is in where? In your subconscious, not in your what? Not in your conscious. It's in your, it's not in your conscious realm. It's in your subconscious, right? I'm being repetitive for a reason. Okay. It's very important that 95%. So whatever you're being targeted with, it's in the 95 percentile of your what? Your thought processes. Stick with me. This is very important because we got to defrag. Before we can go any farther with when God speaks, you know, codes are revealed, codes are broken. We got to defrag. We want to go and find out, okay, what is really happening to us? Okay. Things are down in your subconscious. In the subconscious realm is where we're programmed. Right? Okay. So let us look at this definition again, and I'm going to take us to some places. We're going to break down program here in just a second as well. Now, enneagram is the accessing most center of the what? The mind or the pineal gland or your God what? Conscious, the access of that. So what is happening is information is being inserted into your enneagramming to get you to what? Behave or think a certain way. So when someone wants you to behave and think a certain way, what do? They just download information, right? It's just like a computer. The computer is modeled after our what? How our brain works. So you can download information into our brain and we'll start functioning off of that information. So with 95% of the programs that are given to us, they're in our subconscious. And this is very important because to understand that is to understand what your experiences are, right? To understand how you're going to experience things is to understand how that information is inserted within you. Let's look at the word program real quick. Just getting some working definitions so that we could go somewhere with this information. It's easier to make choices and decisions when you have information that is downloaded, okay? This is why we're doing this, to download information. And remember, there is a call-in number, prefix 318-493-9595. If you have a comment, please feel free. Okay, let's look at this let's look at program real quick. Can y'all see that if you do put the okay. Program is a plan of action to accomplish a specific end. A program, listen to this, is a plan of action to accomplish a specific or specified end. Okay? So the information is inserted to create something, to cause something to what? Manifest. And you have to remember what realm we are in. We are in the creative realm. This is the realm where we come to manifest things. Okay? All right. Now, so one, again, recapping, a plan of action to accomplish a specific end. Okay? Or specified end. Okay. Now, two, it means to, here it is, to write a what? Code for. Somebody say that with me. To write a code for. What have we been dealing with? Codes. Breaking what? Codes. Programs then are what? Codes. Come over here. That are inserted where? In our what? Enneagramming. Come over here. So that we can what? Codify things. We can come up with a plan on how things work. But what we don't want is misinformation. Because at the same time, misinformation will create a behavior pattern in us as well. So what we want is the what? The appropriate and correct and factual information so that we can act accordingly, so that when we do speak, things manifest at a quicker rate and quicker rate and faster pace. Okay? Manifest quicker than others. You know why? Because they have defragged their pineal gland, or their enneagramming. They have defragged it. So they have the ability to manifest quicker. Speak a word itself according as it has been spoken. Some of you are very powerful. Some of you have a working knowledge of how to do this, right? Okay. And then there are others of us that don't, or maybe haven't been accessed yet, because we'll get to that too. We haven't been accessed yet because we haven't been properly defragged of that misinformation. Because information is going to determine what your experiences are going to be. Isn't that interesting? Yes, it's going to determine what your experiences are going to be. Is your brain for the growth of neurons so that you can have new experiences. I know I'm harping on experiences, but the experiences really is not the case. That's what we want. That's what we're after. That's why we don't want misinformation, because misinformation will create emotional disturbance. Oh, come on, y'all. Come on with me. Come on with me. It will create an emotional disturbance, or what we call it chaos. Misinformation will not allow you to get directly to where you're going with your thoughts. They'll get jumbled up. Come on here. They'll be confusing. Why? Because your enneagramming has been tampered with. Why? Because they inserted wrong programs, or programs of misinformation. Okay? So now let's talk. Okay? So now let's go back to this. 2, recapping, it means to write code for programming. Codes. Okay? Now, 3, to insert or encode specific operating instructions into. Wow, it means to insert something into something. You all see that? It means to insert something into something. So whatever you're doing, you're taking it up to create something. Wow. Okay. So here's something here's a phrase that I coined too. Okay. Master teacher. I was just reading, someone had contacted me. Master teacher, please put out there the donation information. Our other leader of the Mod Squad is in session today. Okay. All right, let me read this to you again, because this is very important. The third and final thing that I cited was that it means to insert or encode specific operating instructions into. So that means that there's going to be some instructions that are given to you. And through research, here's what we found out, family. Through research, this is what we found out. That it isn't so much genetically what is passed down, it is what is environmental. It is what's environmentally passed down. Okay? What do I mean by that? We retain more of what we see than what we hear. And interesting enough, for those of us that don't know, that the programming starts in the 3rd trimester of the child. The 3rd trimester is when programming begins in the womb Those of you that might be still child rearing, and those that may be coming in later to hear this, remember now, whatever you're doing in that third trimester is going to be programming your baby. And this is why it's very important, because during these particular times, there was some misinformation that was inserted, that was encoded. And we're working those codes out because it is very important to understand programming. So we're in a system that deals with what? Programming. And you have to know when a program is trying to be inserted within you for the mechanism of what? What? Control. For control. All of this is about control. How to control. Okay? But let me get to something that I was getting ready to share with you guys. Here's my emphasis. Here's another word. I said, words are spirits. Spirits, when I say spirit, you all know what I'm talking about too. Inner what? Energy. Spirit, we know is what? Energy. Now, words are spirit. New truths, listen to this. New truths shall emerge, bringing forth other than what we are accustomed to hearing, seeing, or experiencing. I'll read that again for you. This is very important to hear. Download it. Catch it. This energy, spirit, all of that, it evolves. Okay? Over a period of time, it evolves and get greater and greater and greater, right? So then if the words are spirit and energy is spirit, then new truths shall emerge, bringing forth other than what we are accustomed to hearing, seeing, or experiencing. So what I'm getting at is that when we've been given misinformation, and when new truths come forth because of the spirit of evolution, we have a tendency to fight against it. We can't receive it. Are you listening to me? We have a tendency to fight against it and we can't receive it. Let me pull up something else. Stick with me. Dr. Franz Fanon said, listen, the mastery of language it affords remarkable power when you master the language. Let me move on here. Now, when we're dealing with the program, let me run through these really quickly again, and then we're going to move on. 1, it means a plan of action to accomplish a specified end. 2, to write code for. 3, to insert or encode specific operating instructions into. And I'm keeping this as simple as possible so that we can download it and rewrite the misinformation, okay? Now, what I want to also mention is when you're dealing with the enneagramming, you're also dealing with what we mean to inscribe. Let's look at that real quick. Let's run through these real quickly. And I'm just releasing this information to you. And you can research these for yourself later. And this dealing with enneagramming. If you want these notes, you can inbox me and I'll tell you how to get them. Okay? Okay. Y'all okay out there? Okay. Right. Yes, Ron. The religion is a program. We'll get to some things later. Inscribe. Okay. Y'all see that? Inscribe means to do what? To write, print, mark, or engrave what? Words, characters, etc. This is what's happening to your engramming. Someone is writing, printing, marking, and or engraving words or characters or signs or symbols on there to get you to what? Respond a certain kind of way, or what? Behave a certain kind of way. It is called what? Programming. You're being what? Programmed. 95% of the things that we run are what? Programmed, because they're what? Prescripted. They are inscribed upon our engramming, which is why we must take the time out to do what? To defrag. Bring things together, move things away, delete things that are no longer profitable to you. They're obsolete now. Some things are obsolete, so you have to do what? Delete them. So now what we're going to do is bring in what? New information. Bring in new thoughts, because what? Energy is evolving. The spirit is evolving. And come on, new thoughts and truths are emerging. Come on, that we may have not heard before. Doesn't mean that it isn't true because we haven't heard it before. It is the fact that we just haven't had the ability to what? Utilize it yet. And this is one of the things that we introduce you to here in the truth session, new truths, so that what? You can utilize them. Not only do we introduce you to them, but what we've done already, we've created a construct that is conducive for you to be able to get into and operate and do what it is that you have been designed to do. That's right. We create the construct, and guess what you do? You create the atmosphere. Yeah. You create the atmosphere based upon what is within you, within your thought processes. What are you operating with, right? So this is why you want to get hold of the new truths that are emerging because of the realm of evolution, right? So that you remove what? Any confusion, any chaos, any misinformation, that you can remove that so that you can see clearly. Now, to see clearly means to be able to see what? The truth. The truth is how things really appear. When you can see how a thing really appear, come on here, then you can measure it accordingly. You can measure it, okay? And then thereby be able to utilize it or cause it to function in its proper order. This is what you're getting to. What? So that means that you're getting back to your God ability. You're getting back to your ability and power and authority to operate within the confines and the constructs in the atmosphere, come on here, that's conducive for you. This is what's happening for you. This is what's coming forth for you. This is what you're positioning yourself to do. This is why you want to come up with the greatest answers, the greatest research, the greatest data, so that you can make the most informed what? Choices and decisions. Because you don't want to be misinformed. You don't want to be told one thing, and then when you advance there, it's something else. You don't want that. That's traumatic. So you don't want to deal with that, okay? So inscribe. And then the next one we dealt with was to imprint. Listen to this. All of this is happening with your engramming. And just let me recap real quick, and I'm going to go into this one. Let me recap real quick the engramming for those that may have just come in. Engramming, accessing the innermost center of the mind, your pineal gland, your God conscious, that is in concert with your pituitary gland, okay? That secretes and bring forth the God chemical called melanin through what? Melanocytes. So now, accessing the innermost center of the mind, the pineal gland, or the module, it's called, that has the ability to receive and record what? Messages, exhibit, communicates, be drawn upon, written, imprinted, impressed upon, manifesting what has been assimilated. That is your engramming, and that's brought forth through your what? Programming, through being what? Inscribed. And then there is the imprinting that goes on. So listen to this. Let me get this out here for you. Stick with me. Work with me. Just hang in here. I'm going somewhere with it. All right. Okay. This is a sophisticated method that is being carried out upon us, man. Scientific colonialism of misinformation. Excuse me, hold on. Go back with that. To imprint. Okay. Okay. I see you, Ellis. All right, y'all. Let me wet my whistle. There's so much energy flowing up in here. Stick with me. Let me pull up this Nectar by KD. Yes. Y'all okay? All right, can y'all see that? Okay. Monique said we all good in the hood. I see you, Lavelle. Creation. Cynthia 4 o'clock, definitely removing misinformation. Kizzy said, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Fiona, good morning from South Australia, from down under. Yes, indeed, we in the house. Yes. Imprint. The next one is, check this out. Now, this is very important. Listen, stick and stay, because we're defragging. This information is being downloaded into you so that you can defrag, right? Okay, now, imprint. Look at what imprint means. To impart a strong or vivid impression. Listen to this. So when we're being programmed in our enneagramming, it is giving forth a strong, vivid impression. For example, whatever environment that you're in, whatever you're seeing in that environment, it is giving you a vivid what? Expression. It is causing you to be able to see vividly what it really is. So this is why information is imprinted upon us or downloaded within us, so that what? It could cause a vivid and strong impression upon us. It's very important to understand this so that we can rework these things and make them work correctly, appropriately, and properly. Okay? Now, okay, imprint, again, to impart a strong or vivid impression. 2, a chemical modification of a gene affecting the gene's expression in offsprings. Remember, let's go back to the third what? Trimester is when the child is being what? Programmed. So now there's some imprinting going. Check this out. Let us read this again. This is very important to catch this information. Again, imprint. Imprint, again, is a chemical modification of a gene affecting the gene's expression in offsprings. So in the third trimester, if you're putting in wrong information, it is going to do what? Affect the what? The genetics of who? The child. Whatever information that you're putting and placing within the child, imprinting upon the child, come on here, inscribing upon the child in the third trimester, is going to develop some level of genetic growth. Right? No, yes, maybe, indifferent. Okay. I see y'all getting it. I see you getting it. I see Kizzy said, it's like domestic birds. My bird, they imprint on one person, and that's the only one they really trust. Yes, indeed. Yes. This is awesome. Make that timeline work, y'all. Okay. Now, remember there is a call-in number, 318-493-9595. That's on the timeline. And remember, if you get an opportunity and it's within your ability and power and authority, listen, donate. It's okay. All right. Now, to imprint, again, the third thing it means, and hopefully you all caught that when I talked about the third trimester, Queens and goddesses, y'all specifically should know about that. Now, 3, the third thing it means, a mark or impression produced by pressure, printing, or stamping. Now, it's interesting to note by pressure. And if you look at what's currently happening in the cosmos right now, there's a great deal of pressure upon the community, upon the social world to participate and take part in the vaccination. That's pressure. There is pressure that is being, come on here, asserted upon us to either take it or be disciplined for not taking it. That's pressure. So that's imprinting upon you. Okay? So there's all kind of imprints, and this is why you have to be careful of what you are allowing to imprint upon you, because it's ultimately programming your enneagram and will cause you to react to that and give you some kind of behavior. So if you are being targeted and marketed with certain products, and you don't have the ability and the wherewithal within your mind's eye, come on here, to resist it, then it will imprint and impress upon you and create a behavior in you. And you will be responding without you even knowing that you're responding to a program that has been inserted within you. So it's very important to realize that. What are we doing? Again, we're defragging. Come on, we're reinserting. Come on, we're bringing to light certain things for you to realize that you can have information to fight against something that illegally tries to penetrate you, that illegally tries to penetrate your module, to illegally try to penetrate your enneagram and your programming, your pineal gland. Come on here to get it, come on here to become calcified so that you cannot respond to the stimuli, come on here, of misinformation. Oh, we're going to work with this. All right. The fourth and final thing I cited that it meant was to fix firmly as in the mind. Greetings, my squad, the head of the my squad. Stephanie has made it in. Gratitude, daughter. So what am I saying to you? Again, listen to this. To fix firmly as in the mind. So when you're being programmed, whatever is happening, it is for the purpose of to be fixed firmly within your mind so as to not be able to shake it. You want to be able to, if there is some information trying to be downloaded within you, you need other information to be able to combat that information that's trying to be downloaded, or that virus that is trying to come in. So once you download information, it will automatically delete wrong information. So this is why you're rebuilding, come on here, you're enneagramming with information, because what did we say? We said that new truths shall emerge, bringing forth other than what we are accustomed to hearing, seeing, or experiencing, because what the spiritual energy is what evolving. So now that new energy is coming into play. Come on here. Now you have something stronger, something greater. Come on, to deal with whatever vivid picture that they're trying to what? Firmly fix within your what? Your mind. Now you have something to fight with. Come on, it's warfare. Come on, get in the resistance. Come on, get in the resistance. I'm almost finished with you, family. I'm almost finished with you. Just let me finish with this enneagramming, and then this will set us up for what we're going to do in the next session. Okay? So hang in here. Just a few more minutes and we'll be done with this. All right. The next one that happens upon your pineal gland, upon your enneagramming, we call it. It's called impressed. Let me put this out there. Now, all of this is happening. See, to misinform you is to get you to a place of accessibility, to be able to access you in a subtle way, so slight as not to be detected. That's what is happening in this current social network today, in this social connectivity. Misinformation is being passed along in Jurasophatry. We'll get those definitions out there for you, and scientific colonialism. Okay. Y'all okay, fam? Okay. Imprinted. Look at that. Did it come through? There we go. All right. Imprinted. Let me run through these for you because it's very important. I want to get to this next one. Impressed. One, it means a mark or pattern of influence produced, listen to this, by someone or something, an impression. See, look at this. Impressed, a mark or pattern of influence produced by someone or something, an impression. Two, a mark, imprint, or effect producing by impressing. Three, the third and final thing, to affect deeply or strongly, to influence. So there is something that's trying to influence you, deeply trying to influence you, to get you to do what it is that they want you to do, to behave the way that they want you to behave. Okay? Now, let's move on to the next one. Let me get this one out here for you. That's right. Come on, it's time to get into the resistance. It's time to resist the programming. I'm giving you methods and ways that they program you. Subtle. Resist the Yes, here we go. Access of television programming time, etc., available to the public. So how are they doing it? Through what? Through visuals. Some call it live vision, then others call it vision, because that's what the television does. And you have to be mindful of this, that the systems that we currently operate within are primarily produced for those that are in the dominant position, those that are in the authoritative position. So when you currently look at what is going on, when you look at all of the news station, when you look at all of the highfalutin businesses, they are ran by our European counterparts, which is going to reflect their what? Vision. It's going to reflect how they think and how what? They behave. So it is remiss of us to somehow believe and think that the system is going to change for us. For the system to change for us is for the dominant society to what? To deny themselves. And they're not about to deny themselves. So you see the what? Programming. So you're going to have to what? Be programmed to think a certain way and behave a certain way. Come on, to have certain access. So how are they doing it? Through the media. We talked about the media. Media is what? A medium. We deal with what? With the spirit. We deal with what? Words. Words do what? Cast spells. We use what? Letters. Letters create what? Words. Words create what? Sentences. Sentences create what? Paragraphs. Paragraphs creates what? A body of what? Thought for what? Manifestation. So you have to understand that the programming of your enneagram is for the purpose of to get you to behave and to believe like those that are in the dominant position. So the only way for that to happen is that you must be what? Programmed. So how are you going to be programmed? Through the media. Through what? Through the television. Through radio. Come on here. Through different methods of interaction. Through socializing. Come on. And all these methods and ways are being utilized, come on here, to get you to think a certain way and behave a certain way so that certain things can be manifest a certain kind of way. Are you listening to me? Okay, now, 2, it means to obtain or retrieve information from a storage device. To retrieve information from a storage device. Where are you storing it at and where? Your conscious. The programs are being stored in your what? Your subconscious. Okay, so if it's being stored there, that means that there's accessibility. There's a way to access that information. And this is what's happening. Your information is being accessed and you're behaving a certain way because what? There's been certain things that have been imprinted, inscribed, impressed upon you for what? Accessibility, to be able to what? Access you. Okay? Stick with me. Now, I'm almost finished. Almost finished with you. Okay. Next to the last one is assimilation. Listen to this. All right. Stick with me. It's okay. Stay in the resistance. 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 That's right. That's right, Tim. Everyone cannot give you information. As you stated, wrong information causes unbalance and mental breakdowns. This is correct. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Yes, please resist the program. As Cynthia said, resist. Tell us their visions. That's television. Yes. Yes, Monique. Yes. Yes. Y'all see that out there, simulation? Let's go through this real quick, and then we only have one more left. Stay where? Come on, tell us now. Say it and mean it. All right, let's deal with stunts. Okay, let's deal with assimilation then in the sociology realm of things. I deal heavily in sociology as well. Now, assimilation, listen to this, the merging of cultural traits from previously distinct cultural groups, not involving biological amalgamation. Now, I say this again for you. Assimilation, the merging of cultural traits Greetings, fam. Listen, I hope that you all enjoyed the live. Okay, and we're gonna break here. We're gonna break here, fam. Um, and hopefully all of the information has been pertinent. And what we're trying to do is get you all to get caught up in the information that the master teacher and I are giving to you all. So listen, let me know what you all think about this, and we'll be coming back to you all live in the studio at some point, but we want to really get you all caught up on this information. All right, fam? Love you all. Hey, hold what you got. Muse over it. Cogitate upon it. Ponder on it. But by all means, do what? Govern yourselves accordingly.